Hello plant people, Nora the Leca Queen. Today we're talking about Calatheas. How to get your Calathea from struggling in Leca to looking lovely and bushy like my gorgeous Calathea Orbifolia here. You know I never need an excuse to bring out my Calathea Orbifolia, so I'll show her to you. That is my Calathea Orbifolia. I love this gorgeous girl. She's living in Leca and doing so well. When I got this plant, it was really tiny. It was so small. I then put it into Leca and it was doing really well. And then it just sort of stagnated and nothing was really happening. The leaves were starting to get crispy. You know how Calatheas do. And then it was actually, I noticed that the plant was root bound. So I decided I was going to repot it. I had no idea what was going to happen with this particular plant because it was living in a 14-centimeter pot, and the only pot I had that I could upgrade to was a 20-centimeter pot. I was a bit nervous because I thought that was way too much Leca, but the gamble paid off because I went from a plant that was looking like that to a plant that now looks like this within a matter of a few months. So that pot upgrade from a 14-centimeter pot to a 20-centimeter pot really did it for me. So in order to do this, I'm going to be using my Calathea Fasciata. This is my Calathea Fasciata. It's doing okay, living in a 14-centimeter pot, and just not really growing as much as I would like her to. I've got all these weird leaves coming as well, just not looking as healthy, as my Calathea Orbifolia. So based on the lessons that I have learned with my Calathea Orbifolia, I am going to move this Calathea Fasciata into a 20-centimeter pot with a heck of a lot of Leca and see if I can get it to look like that one. So we're going to do that now. So in order to do that, obviously I'm going to need a 20-centimeter pot. This is a ventilated pot that I made, and if you haven't seen me make these pots, these are DIY pots that I make myself. Just click on the link above and that will take you straight to it. We will need, of course, some Leca, a lot of Leca. This is pre-soaked Leca. It's been soaking in my Clonix clone solution, and that's just so that those roots are primed and ready to grow. And of course I am going to need a reservoir. So this is my reservoir and my ventilated pot will sit in there, and that's what my hydroponic setup will look like. And of course this is just a normal plant holder, and I cover that up in tape just to protect that from algae. And I will need some nutrient solution. So this is some nutrient solution that I mixed up earlier. It's Growth Technology Foliage Focus and Root Zone in that mixture. So I will now start working on the plant, so I'll bring you down. So the first thing I need to do is take this plant out of this 14-centimeter pot. So I've got my plate there, and all I'm going to do is get that Leca, as much of it out as I can. So that's my 14-centimeter pot. We will not be using that anymore. And that's my plant there. And you can see how root bound that is. There are just roots everywhere, and the plant has taken on the shape of the pot. So I'm going to get as much of that Leca off as I can. Look at that. These are some of the little tubers of that Calathea, and those roots are looking absolutely fabulous. And I wish you could smell it. It smells so rich, and it smells of life. It smells really good. So what I'm going to do now is just go and wash this just to clean off those roots, and if there's any that are dead, get all that stuff off before I go to the next stage. So that's my plant there after rinsing that and cleaning that off. So the plan is not necessarily to get the leca off, just to clean it and make sure that that's clean so you don't disturbing the roots too much. So I've got a clean blade here, and what I'm going to do is just get rid of, you know, root leaves like this one over here. That looks pretty manky and that doesn't look very good. So you can give your plant a little makeover. You don't need to keep, you know, the bad looking leaves. So I'll just take all those off, give it a little, you know, make it look good before I start to repot it. So that over there can go. So I'm just getting rid of all the ones that are old and don't look so great anymore. So that's what my plant now looks like. I think that I'm pretty happy with that. That looks good. And all the roots are looking fabulous. So we will begin repotting. Of course, I've got my pot here. I've got my leca. I'm going to fill this pot a third of the way up with leca before I put my plant. That's about a third of that pot filled with leca. I now get my plant and put that on there, and it rests really, really nice at a good level. And I will start to fill that up. So I've got my plant here living in this 20 centimeter pot. And if you found value in this video, please don't forget to press the like button. It really helps my channel. Lots of room to grow, and I expect that this plant is going to do so much better. This is the reservoir that I'm going to put my plant in. I'll put my plant in the reservoir like that, and I will just put some nutrient solution and make sure that nutrient solution does not go beyond that line there. So I know my roots are up there because that's a third of the way. So my nutrient solution will sit there and there'll be no risk of root rot for my plant. So that is my Calathea Fasciata. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I will keep you posted on how this plant is going. I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.